implications of a horse's anatomy in lateral bending. So I took this image from a bird's eye view. Now he looks like a hammerhead shark, but you can see, and I don't think might be exactly where the feet are, but for our purposes, that shows us the shoulders are narrower than the hind end. So when we do lateral work, and the whole purpose of lateral work is to, not the whole purpose, but a big purpose is to isolate the legs so that we can gymnasticize the legs. We can't take a horse to the gym and say, your left hind leg is weak, let's do some left hind leg bicep curls or whatever. They're not going to do that. But we can say, we put you into shoulder in, and even just a little bit, that we will work this inside hind leg. It will step under the mass of the horse and the rider if you have a rider and work that hind leg in isolation. The same thing if we do shoulder in to the right. We will work that right hind leg. Now, if we do too much angle, then this foot will step too far away from the center of mass. That's why in the image of all the lateral movements from straightness training, you see that red dot, and that shows you where the center of mass is. So this is hard work for them. They don't want to do that. They want to cheat or evade just like we do in all of our evasions when we ride or do anything. Like most people, when they do a lunge, they lean forward so they don't have as much weight under their legs, right? Or over their legs. So shoulder in works this leg. And if this leg takes more weight, then this shoulder will be freer and more expressive potentially. Haunches in works this leg, the outside hind leg, in a different way. And so when the horse places this leg under and kind of like a wheelie lifts the shoulders, it frees up the inside shoulder, which allows them to have this bend. You can also see that the bend comes from the body. It doesn't come from the neck being wrenched one way. I say wrenched. You can feel my judgment there. Going one way or the other, the bend comes from the body. And the bird's eye view is so interesting because you can see how this rib cage expands and the shoulder lengthens and this contracts. They don't have actually very much spinal lateral bend, but the rib cage can expand and contract just like ours can. If you bring your ear to your shoulder from side to side or think about bringing your ear to your hip, I'm doing it, you can't see it, your rib cage will expand and contract. There's huge movement here. And we can see that in the bird's eye view. So haunches in to the left works that, like just like renvers. Renvers does the same thing. It's just a matter of, are the shoulders on the track or are the haunches on the track? If the shoulders are on the track, it's haunches in. If the haunches are on the track, it's renvers. So shoulder in, inside hind leg. Haunches in, outside hind leg. Renvers, outside hind leg. But renvers and half pass and pirouette test how much we can control that outside hind leg. So half pass is a horse is in a shoulder in position and they're pushing off like a person on a skateboard on that outside leg. Now, if you did half pass with the horse straighter, again, you'd get that sideways action. So the horse, especially this leg, would be stepping under nothing when they did a half. That's why a leg yield isn't gymnastic. A leg yield can be important and help, but it's not gymnastic. It doesn't gymnasticize. It doesn't take the horse to the gym. So half pass is, can you still move that hind leg under and take that weight while we go sideways? And then a pirouette, can you move this hind leg under while we're moving this way? So those are lateral movements and the implications of what the lateral bend looks like from the top.